Hello, welcome to the PassioKnit Spinner. My name is Tracy and this is a Friday update. I am wearing my latest finished object. This is the Oreum Sweater. It looks like this in the original. So this is here. This is the name. And I finished mine. Now what I did, sorry. This sweater is so warm, so I'm going to stand up, show you what it looks like on, and then I'm going to take it off because it's really warm here. Now, you cannot really tell anything, can you? But it's long, like super long. The sleeves are super long. It's very wide. And now I'm going to take it off. So, I knit this sweater as part of my BTS project. And okay, whew, so much better. Yeah, I knit this as part of my BTS project. This is the sweater that I made for the leader of the group, Oreum. And yeah, my intention was to get something comfy, cozy, that feels like a hug. And that's what I did. So I made it extra long, extra wide, and it's super comfortable. It fits my husband very well. Even though he says it's a bit short on him, like, right? But apart from that, it has that, I stole this sweater from my boyfriend's closet because I wanted something comfy feel to it, which is exactly what I wanted. So here it is. It is gorgeous. It's super big. It's like I have around 40 centimeters of positive ease on this one, which, you know, is a lot. But it's gorgeous. It has pattern all over the sleeves, the back, you know, everything has cables and pattern. So yeah, it took a while to make this. This sweater was my Christmas Eve cast on, and I finished it at the end of May. No, it is May now. Yes, I did finish it in the beginning of May. I don't know. I finished it 2 weeks ago. And then last weekend, I did all of the finishing work. I wove in the ends and I washed and blocked it because I couldn't do that earlier because I wasn't here. So that's what I wanted to say. Oreum Sweater, it is finished. I used this yarn here. I had a full skein left, which is interesting because according to pattern, I did not have enough yarn for the size I was knitting. And I did lengthen the body by about this much according to pattern. I knit, I think, half a pattern repeat more, but I also ended up shortening the sleeves because my row gauge was very different. And yeah, somehow I ended up with 1.5 skeins of yarn left in the end. I had 14 to begin with, so I used up 12.5. So this is the yarn that I used. It is called Loden. It's by Madil Yarns. It is 110 meters per 50 grams, so it's a true worsted weight. And it is 50% wool, 25 alpaca, and 25 viscose. And I bought this 15 years ago. I know I bought this when I was living with my husband in our first apartment. And we moved out of that first apartment in 2009. So, you know, oh, it's 25, right? This is 16 years ago. Probably longer. I don't know. But it was waiting for the perfect project, and that project came along, you know. I am super happy with this. So happy with this. Will I be wearing this a lot? Probably not, because it's so warm. And I usually don't get cold all that easily. But I can see, because this is so big as well, I can see this being like a sort of jacket in fall, you know, when it's starting to get cold, but not really cold. So around, I don't know, 5 degrees-ish. I could use this as an outdoor top layer, basically. Yeah, this was a labor of love. I enjoyed the project a lot. I loved knitting on it. It is very intuitive, the pattern. You know, once you have set it up, it's super intuitive to knit. So yeah, a very, very enjoyable project, all in all. And very much in the way right now. Where will I put you? Put you here. Okay. So this is the thing that I have finished, and I have two things that I'm working on. One of them is also for my BTS project, and it is in my Skrabucket bag. This is my pattern, and I'm going to talk more about it with the next project. So in here is a polo shirt. I just call this the orange polo because I cannot say the name of the pattern. I don't know. It's French and I cannot speak French. So this is what I'm knitting. Looks like this. And I have finished all of the upper things. And it's hard to show, but I did finish both sleeves. I did knit the collar, and all I need to do now is reattach my yarn because I just finished a second sleeve. Reattach the yarn to the body and then knit my way down for as long as I want. I had done all of the, you know, it's a top-down drop shoulder construction. So I knit the back piece, knit the fronts, put everything together. And after I had everything on the needles, I just knit until I ran out of that skein, which was here, and then decided to just leave it be and do all of the other things first, you know, the collar, the sleeves, and then go back and knit the rest of the sweater. I have about 1.5 skeins left of this yarn. This is Schoppelwolle Alblino in the papaya colorway, and I'm just going to knit down now for as long as I want it to be. So this pattern is so well written. It is so well thought through. It's just chef's kiss. So just so you know, if you want to knit this, do it. It is so well written. Everything comes together so perfectly and seamlessly. Even the, you know, things like, it's small details that I just find so good. So this here is part of the drop shoulder construction, but it seamlessly goes into the pattern on the sleeves. Things like that just make me very happy. When a pattern is really well written, or that little detail here is specifically done to have the pickup of the stitches look nice in the end, because it is a collar where you can actually see the inside of the shirt as well for a bit. I am just, this is amazing. So I can recommend this pattern 100%. So easy to knit. Once you get, you know, once you get it, it's so easy. And the only other project I have worked on is also in a bag that I made, and it is a Skrabucket, which I just showed you the finished project, and I did knit a lot on the body, or on the lining, I should say. So my problem with this was I'm knitting my Skrabucket for the knit along. There's a Skrabucket knit along happening right now on Instagram, and it ends tomorrow. Sunday, I'm not so sure. 31st of May. I don't know what day it is today, but my Skrabucket here, I'm knitting out of handspun, and the handspun I chose for the outside bag is very thick. So to make up for that, I increased stitches for the inside bag, and you know, I think this is going to work out really well. So I just increased some stitches, and I am hoping for the best. That's what it boils down to. But I'm working on my Skrabucket still. I will probably not make the deadline of finishing in May, but it's fine. I don't mind. I'm going to finish it soon, definitely, but yeah. I don't know how to show that to you. It's just knit out of handspun. I will be able to show it to you better once it's finished. But yeah, this is my pattern. It is called Skrabucket, and that's what I can say about that. Now, I have things that I want to talk about, but where I don't really have something to share or to show that I made. I am going to start with two things I got in the mail. I got 2 things in the mail that make me extremely happy. One of them looks like this. It's, you know, very, very unspectacular, but in here is this. These are bobbins, right? And they come with a shaft that breaks apart. And you can put in your bobbin here, put it together. I'm not going to put it together for real now, just to show you that that is what it would look like, right? And it is a support spindle with a huge ass bobbin and 3 other bobbins to fill. Am I good at support spindling? Absolutely not. Like, not at all. I can't do it, but this breaks apart. It's specifically made for on-the-go spinning, which I will be doing during Tour de Fleece, because I will be gone during Tour de Fleece for almost 7 days in two separate trips. So I decided to get this, because even when you're spinning, you can take it apart because everything rolls onto the bobbin, right? So you don't need to break your fiber or anything. And yeah, I have 4 of those. It also comes with a small spindle bowl that you can put on your knee, and it has a little heavy piece of fabric with the other part of the Velcro that you will put on your knee, and then you can put this on top and you can spin wherever you are. So I just decided to do this because one of my big goals for Tour de Fleece this year is to finally get the hang of support spindle spinning. And since I'm going to travel, I will only be taking this thing with me. I will probably make some roll legs or just use a bit of fiber. And yeah, so that's the first thing. And the other thing is also fiber related. I got this book in the mail. The Spinner's Blending Board Bible. It is by Deborah Held, and Debbie is a friend of mine. So I was very lucky to receive a promotional copy from the publishers, which is fantastic. I would have bought the book anyways, you know. So, but I only flipped through quickly because here's a fly. It's because I didn't have time yet to actually go through it. But that is also one of the things I will do for Tour de Fleece. I will absolutely go through this. I will use some of the techniques. I will make some roll legs and use my blending board and then spin that up. So that's one of my plans. Like I said, cannot tell you anything about it. Here's my friend. Look at her. Debbie and we've been friends for a long time now. Because, do you remember the video that I did? The original combo spin video? I think I uploaded that like 8 years or so ago. And after that, I was featured in an interview in Spin-Off magazine. And Debbie was the person who interviewed me for that. So, yeah, we've known each other since then. And it's very cool to have her book in my hands. Okay, now I have one more thing. It looks like a weird mix of stuff when I bring it over. So, here it is. I have yarn ready. Don't fall down. Okay, I have yarn ready. These 5 colors here. To do the next granny square for a book cover. Because I finally finished a book. I finished this book here. It's called Dallergut Dream Department Store. And it is such a cozy book. It's just so comforting. It's basically, this is a book about a department store that sells dreams. And you can only enter this store when you're asleep, of course, because, right? When do you need a dream? You need it when you sleep. So this is about this dream world where those people live and work, and the department store that they work in, and the people that they sell dreams to, and what kind of dreams they choose. And the whole theory behind it is you go in there, you buy your dream, you will pay with it with emotions after you wake up, and those emotions go to the department store and then will get translated into the money at the bank, and you forget all about it. So every time you enter the department store, it's like it's the first time, because you always forget that you've been there before. And it's such a cute story. Very, very comforting. And yeah, it took me forever to get through, not because of the book, but because of me. If you've been here for longer, you know that I usually read about somewhere between 50 and 80 books a year. And this is book number 4 for this year. You know? And last year, I think I read 6 books in total. So I just, for like 2 years now, I cannot concentrate on books and it's driving me crazy. But I finished one and I loved it so much. So I can really, really recommend this. It's a very cute story. And why I'm having this little box of gingerbread is because it holds the other squares I did for books. I have the crochet hook that I use in here, the finished squares. There's these 2 and this one. So I have those 3. My little blocking board that I made specifically to take pictures. And yeah, so I am going to crochet that up. I do 5 round granny squares, and for the other books I always used one colored twice because it just, you know, was very dominating on the cover. But for this one, I've decided to go with 5 different colors and make it just as fun and vibrant as the book is as well, you know? So you will see this again next week in the next Friday update, because I will then hopefully have a finished square to share. Now, that is it. I'm done with my update. That's all I did, all I can share. Let's put that away. Yeah, I'm just very happy about my finished sweater. It is so great. And the orange one will be so great as well. So I'm very, very happy with all of my projects. And yeah, that's it for today. I hope you all had a wonderful week and enjoy everything you do. Goodbye.